Hello and welcome back. Now, chances are you or your kids, or in my case, your niece, have read at least one or all of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books.
Certainly very popular in my house.
Absolutely.
The books follow Greg Heffley, a school student who documents his life and all its challenges in his diaries, and they've sold over 300 million copies in the process.
That's not too bad. I'm very pleased to say that Jeff Kinney, the author, is here with us. Jeff, morning to you.
I'm thrilled
Congratulations
to be here.
on those numbers,
Thank
man.
you very much. I appreciate it.
And the new book is out.
It is, yeah, Partypooper. It came out a few weeks ago. It's the 20th book, so it felt like a year to celebrate, so it's got a birthday theme.
Well, I want to thank you because your book's got my son into reading on his own.
That's cool.
So it really did make a big difference to him. But why do you think that, I'm asking you to blow your own trumpet now, but why do you think your books appeal to so many children?
I think that when a kid opens one of my books, they see a mix of text and cartoon drawings, and they say, you know what, this looks like fun. It doesn't look like work. And I think it's so important for kids to get a book that sort of draws them in and makes them feel successful about reading, because then they'll reach for another.
Absolutely, because they feel like they're getting through it, they're turning the pages, they're making progress rather than picking something up and be like, oh, daunted by all the text.
That's right. And even as adults, of course, we feel success when we finish a book. It feels great.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's important, isn't it, that you see kids enjoying reading, because there is a decline in reading. I know that there's been a recent survey of over 100,000 children, and it found that children's enjoyment at reading was at its lowest in 20 years, which feels incredibly sad. I mean, what do you put that down to, first of all?
Well, I think we all know it's the screens, right? Because they're drawing kids' attention away from books. But we live in an attention economy, so we have to write stories that are worthy of kids' attention and pull them away from those screens.
I mean, it's an attentional economy that you're competing with. You would have seen the research this week, weren't you, that many authors are super concerned about AI taking the work that you guys are doing, and publishers feeling like it might be much cheaper to pay a bit of software to write the book. I mean, how nervous are you and your colleagues about that potential future?
I think in my field, humor, I'm not so worried about it because
it's all very funny.
Yeah, right. Every so often, I'll write a joke and I'll say, take that AI. You can't do that.
Very good.
And I feel safe for now, at least.
But yeah, but trying to get kids' enjoyment up is a challenge, as you say, when there are so many other competing interests. Is it about also trying to make reading cool somehow? And how do you do that?
I think so. I actually went to Durham yesterday, where the National Literacy Trust is actually training kids to be peer or pupil librarians. And those kids are being trained and given tools to get other kids excited in their schools about reading, and I think that's a great idea.
Give us a bit of the background as to how you got onto this particular topic. I mean, 20 books in now. What was the genesis of the idea? How did you start?
Well, I had this, I wanted to be a newspaper cartoonist, but that didn't work out for me. I wanted to be like Charles Schulz. Nobody liked my stuff, and I said, wow, I'm burning to be a cartoonist. How can I get my work published? So I came up with this idea of creating a journal where I could slip my cartoons in, and luckily it took off, and I was off to the races in 2007.
Nice.
And there are a lot of jokes.
There
in
are
your
a lot of
books.
jokes, yeah.
I think you've got a figure, haven't you? How many jokes per book?
These days I write probably about 2,000 jokes per book.
Wow. 2,000?
Many of them are terrible.
Do you try them out before you put them to give them to a publisher, or do you like?
Sometimes I'll slip one to my wife or
That's
to
funny, just
one
to
of my
see.
sons. Yeah, but I write a lot of jokes, and then I winnow those down to about 300 jokes, and that's what I use for my book.
Can you give us? I mean, you said you wanted to be a cartoonist for newspapers. What about the inspiration for the style of the book? I mean, I read sort of Adrian Mole books when I was a kid, which is diary-style books. Is that you getting into that sort of world? Are you?
Yeah, I wanted to create a character who was like I was as a kid, and lots of children's literature have protagonists that are like heroic or aspirational characters, and I wasn't heroic or aspirational as a kid. I was very flawed, so I wanted to create a character where kids could see themselves, maybe laugh at their own foibles.
That's really important.
And I guess there's a message for parents as well out there, isn't there, to read to your kids? Do you think that's an important message to send out?
Yeah, that's such a great predictor of whether or not your kids will be readers. And of course, just modeling. Like a lot of parents, if they sit down after dinner and open a book, that teaches kids maybe they should open a book as well.
Versus modelling picking up your phone after dinner. I've got a copy of the book here.
Cool.
As I say, my niece Layla is a huge fan of yours. She's read them all. I know that she's been told by my sister that this is on her Christmas list, so I'm going to get you to sign that for us if you can.
giving away the surprise.
She's at school. What time is it? She's definitely at school by now. It's really great. I mean, like, and that's the point, isn't it? It's certainly drawn later, and millions of others. Are you going to keep going? What's the next stage now? You've got to book 20.
Yeah, I'm looking out over the horizon now. But what I've realized is that my character is a cartoon character, and cartoon characters go on and on. Like Peanuts, Charles Schulz drew Snoopy for 50 years, and I'm only on year 18, so I've got a while to go.
Plenty of time.
I loved the Snoopy books as well, but we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah,
we are out of time, but thank you so much for coming in, Jeff Kinney.
Really appreciate
real privilege.
it. Thank you so much for being with us.